loofah plant is looking really healthy. I have about 8 or 9 small ones growing, but I saw that there is this massive one which is the perfect size to make a sponge. I'm going to show you how I turn this into a scrubby. Typically you try to wait until the loofah is dried out on the vine, but it's someone's birthday and I really wanted to give them a scrubby as a gift. So I'll be processing this one while it's green. I start by rolling it out on a flat surface. I'm trying to press the skin so it releases from the insides, kind of like you would an orange or a lemon. I cut the ends off and then slice it down the middle, cutting through the skin. Again, this was super green, so it did not want to detach from the rind. I then peeled back the skin, and the skin was so tough. It did not want to let go. That's probably why it's best, if you can, to wait until it's more ripe and is dried out a little before trying to do this. Had to give it a couple more pushes, a little more pulling back of the skin, and finally, once the skin had been completely removed, I cut down the center to open up the loofah. I tried not to cut all the way through to the other side, but this was a tough one, so it really wasn't an issue. And there's the seeds and the inside. Just to show you, there are 3 chambers in the loofah. And I'm going to just try and separate this apart. And now I need to cut through each of the chambers, making the piece as flat as possible. But again, I don't want to cut all the way through it. That looks pretty flat. So now it's time to scrape out the seeds, and there sure were a lot of them. They are fairly easy to clean out. You just kind of rub them off of the loofah. And then chicken food for sure. I washed the loofah under warm water until I didn't feel any sliminess and made sure all the seeds were completely removed, even the tiny ones. Now I needed to let this dry for about 4 days, so I set it on a towel. Loofah is completely dry now. It's time to make the sponge. I trimmed it down somewhat to a uniform size. I like it to be as close as possible to a square rectangular shape. That looks pretty good. And I'm using a weight yarn 6, which is really bulky. And this is acrylic, so it can get wet. It was very soft. And now I'm just going to do a whip stitch to close together all the seams. I'm using a crochet needle. I'm not sure what size it is. And I'm just going to sew over the edges all the way around the square. I even stitched the part that was still intact just to make sure it holds together well. I think the yarn I picked was a little too soft as it was shedding quite a bit, but it looks like it'll do. Then I trimmed the yarn that was shedding off, and I try to make sure that the edges had very little snags so they wouldn't be poking or scratching anyone. This is me just finishing up here. Little trim. And I made a little loop so it can hang up in the shower. And that's how I made my scrubby or sponge out of loofah. Happy birthday, Julie, my best. This is for you. I hope you like washing your body with the vegetable. Love you bunches.
Another year has come and